Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. One question which almost every analysis throws up is, do I have wealth making yogas in my horoscope, in my kundali, and can I have or can I make a lot of wealth through that yoga? So there is also this confusion between a Raja Yoga and a Dhana Yoga. Now Raja Yogas generally give you a lot of Raj or the power to influence and to lead and to use that power or the influence to get certain results in our life. However, a Raj Yoga may not bring you dhan or money or wealth. And that's why it's important to be able to differentiate between a Raj Yoga and a Dhana Yoga. Now, when somebody asks me, do I have a Raj Yoga which will give me wealth or dhan? Then obviously the person may not know enough about a Raj Yoga. Some of the Dhana Yogas have also been called as a Raj Yoga, but some Raj Yogas which also give you wealth or dhan are not so strong in wealth giving, whereas some dhan giving yogas are not so strong in giving you Raj or the power to influence. One yoga which can make you a lot of wealth is the less heard of or less discussed of, which is the Sunafa Yoga or Sunafa Yoga. Now Sunafa Yoga is a very simple yoga to start with. All it says that except the sun, if there is any planet which is second to the moon in the house adjacent to the moon in the second house, then such a person is said to have a Sunafa Yoga or Sunafa Yoga in the horoscope. The only condition is that if it's a benefic planet in the second house, then it is better rather than a malefic planet, because the malefic planet takes away or absorbs the energy of the moon or the benefic giving energy of the moon. The sun, on the other hand, is described as, if in the second house on the moon, then the Sunafa Yoga is not formed, because both of them are luminaries and the sun is a stronger luminary than the moon. So if in the second house from the moon you have any of the 5 planets, either Mercury or Venus or Mars or Jupiter or Saturn, then the Sunafa Yoga is formed. The Sunafa Yoga is not formed if Rahu or Ketu are in the second house from the moon. So from the Rashi Lagna or the Lagna formed with keeping moon in the first house, then any planet in the second house from the moon forms the Sunafa Yoga. Now it is important that a benefic in the second house will obviously give you more benefic results, whereas a malefic planet will obviously give you more malefic results. However, it is seen with the Sunafa Yoga, even with Saturn or say a very aggressive Mars in the second house from the moon, yet the person can get very good results from the Sunafa Yoga. However, if somebody has the Venus or the Jupiter from the moon or even Mercury, then it's a fantastic yoga to have. Such a person has been described as being equivalent in wealth to a king. Now kings, we know, have unlimited power as well as wealth. So sometimes the shlokas also exaggerate, because it has the capacity to make you a king also if it's very strong, no malefic tendencies, no malefic aspects. So with any yoga, conditions apply. So when any yoga is seen in the horoscope, you should not jump to the conclusion that this will either give us bad results only or it will give us good results only, because the fine print says conditions apply. What are the conditions for any yoga? For any yoga to fructify, it should be exactly as described in the shlokas, with no dilution of its energy, neither involvement of others. So for example, if it is the Sunafa Yoga, then it should better be that you have planets in the second house from the moon but it's better that the moon itself does not have any planet with it in conjunction with it, or there is no Papkatri yoga formed with one house preceding the moon, also there is a planet, and one house preceding the after the moon and the preceding, means 12th to the moon and the second to the moon there are, say, malefic planets. Then it becomes a Papkatri yoga rather than being a Sunafa yoga. The best Sunafa yoga is formed when a benefic planet sits in the second house from the moon and with no negative aspects on the moon or in the second house from the moon, or no negative conjunction either with the moon, or if there is a malefic in the second house from the moon, then there should be no malefic on it. Third, there should be no malefic aspects of either Rahu or Ketu either on the moon or in the second house. So because such conditions are, all these things are tough to put together, that's why we rarely find somebody with the Sunafa yoga enjoying equivalence of money, that too compared to a king. So we don't find such, because there are very strict restrictions on such a yoga being formed with no malefic tendencies at all. The other thing is that these yogas were described at a time when the situation of the world was very different. Ethical conduct, ethical moral compass still was important and was seen in high order, and that also brought honor as well as wealth through patrons. Today's time is different. Today you won't find very strong or very encouraging patrons for somebody who is very high on ethical conduct, and a person will have to make his or her own way using tact, diplomacy, political correctness, the ability and their qualification. So a number of things the person has to do to be able to be very successful in life. So even with the Sunafa yoga, with no negative tendencies and a very strong Sunafa yoga, yet one will find that in today's time, with the Rahu being it being the Rahu age, it will not be easy to get wealth equivalent to a king only with the Sunafa yoga. You will have to have a multiple of factors to give you a huge wealth as a king. However, the Sunafa yoga does have the tendency to make you still super rich, very rich, and it makes it easy for you to get a lot of comforts, material comforts. So Sunafa yoga should be strongly seen as a dhan yoga and a material resources bringing yoga rather than a dhan yoga. If one has a badly formed Sunafa yoga, for example, if there are more malefics in the second house from the moon, no benefics at all, no benefic aspects also on the moon, then it's a negative Sunafa yoga where there will be more adversity which is brought on to the native rather than profits or money making tendencies. So Sunafa yoga should not be seen as only money bringing. It is strongly related to money or resources, material resources, but it could go either way. So a strong Sunafa yoga will be one with malefics not involved at all, even in the second house from the moon, more benefics getting involved, and no aspects or no conjunctions of any malefic either with the moon or the second house. The Sunafa yoga can also make one a philanthrope because of the amount of money that person has, and moon being a very important planet. If moon is also strong in the yoga, in the horoscope, then also it's a good yoga. Second thing, Sunafa yoga is also very strong when the planets are, both the planets, moon and the planet in the second house on the moon, are also strong and high and good in degrees. If a Sunafa yoga is formed even between benefic planets, say moon in the first house and a moon when you look at from the moon lagna, I am saying moon in the first house and the second house on the moon, even when having a benefic planet, but if both of them are at say 1 or 2 or 3 degrees, then a very poorly formed or weak Sunafa yoga is formed. The best of Sunafa yoga is when moon and the planet in the second house from it, which is a benefic, both are strong, both are high in degrees, say between 12 to 20 degrees and not be lesser than 5 degrees or not beyond, 26 or 27 degrees, then the Sunafa Yoga is a stronger yoga and has a tendency to give you more money also. The other thing the Sunafa Yoga also does is makes one very intelligent in the usage of money. The person may invest properly, the person may save money properly, the person will be lucky to find those investments where the money grows. Sometimes with the Sunafa Yoga, the money grows even in areas where the person is not very knowledgeable about, not an expert in also. A person may just go with the advice of friends, and friends ask him to invest in some money, spouse asks him to invest in some property or in some real estate, and the person makes money. So Sunafa Yoga has a tendency to give you money where you least expect from. Generally, people with Sunafa Yoga will rarely be people who have a job or service. Generally, they will not be doing a job. Generally, most of the time, with the Sunafa Yoga, people will be in a business, and the person will be investing money in something, sometimes even in something where there is very less chance of success. However, with luck on his side, with the Sunafa Yoga, sometimes even in the most extreme circumstances, his shop will be the only one which attracts customers. And I've found people with the Sunafa Yoga where somebody was running a restaurant and the restaurant was not working well, and the restaurant was sold to a person who had a Sunafa Yoga, and the person with very less investments and with hardly any marketing action on about his new restaurant, he was able to attract much more customers, and the restaurant turned out to be successful. Same thing could also happen with people who have a Sunafa Yoga and who are in a partnership with people who also have a strong Dhan Yoga. If both the partners have strong Dhan Yoga, like a Sunafa Yoga, and another has another strong Dhan Yoga, say for example the Lakshmi Yoga, then a lot of money can come in the partnership also. A spouse having a Sunafa Yoga can also bring you luck, though not to the extent that the native himself having the Sunafa Yoga will bring. However, even when sometimes there is not a lot of wealth that the person has with the Sunafa Yoga, yet there will not be a dearth of food in the house. The person will never go hungry, the person will not sleep hungry because of the Sunafa Yoga also. So these are some very good aspects about or attributes about the Sunafa Yoga if it's a positively formed Sunafa Yoga with moon and benefic planets. Whereas with negative planets or malefic planets, it could bring a lot of trouble. So the best way to handle the Sunafa Yoga is to ensure that one sticks to ethical conduct when handling money. Then the Sunafa Yoga keeps conferring you money. The moment somebody has a malefic planet in the second house from the moon, generally such a person may also try and get into shortcuts or try in some other means, or be a little confused about where to make money from, and that's where the Sunafa Yoga brings adversity. Keeping your mind focused, strengthening the moon, and serving people who are elderly, and ensuring that you donate to poor people and you take care of poor people is a very strong remedy for affliction of the Sunafa Yoga or to strengthen already strong Sunafa Yoga. So friends, this is my analysis about the Sunafa or the Sunafa Yoga. Please like my video, please share my video, and please subscribe to my channel. If you are looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. And till we meet some other time, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.